Anyway, what killed it for me tonight is when I powered it up, the tubes didn't light. Well, I powered it up and I was playing tonight, and I noticed my volume wasn't that high. So I go take a look at it, and well, I have almost all my knobs on max, and I'm still being outblown by the drummer and the bass player. And mind you, the drummer is unmiked, and the bass player, albeit he's playing through an 800 watt Mark bass head, is only on 2 or 3. That's not right when you got a 120 watt guitar amp and you're being outblown by a drummer with the amp on full blast. Especially considering I was using my Jag Stang. I don't get it. I can buy a Fender guitar that works for 10 freaking years without a single problem. Without a single problem that stops it from working. But yet I have one little piece of shit amplifier. I've been through tens of thousands of little bastards, and they all continue to not work. So tonight's vid, looking at the Bugera 333XL innards while I figure out what's the matter with it. Okay, so I got the bitch on right now. Let's go have a look at the power tubes and see if they're lighting up. Doesn't seem to look like it now, does it? Whereas they were all lit earlier. I'm going to give this thing a good look inside and out tonight, that much is for sure. Normally they're nice and bright and actually quite visible through here. There is no light. I think I'm going to void the warranty on this thing by opening it. Well, too late. I already changed tubes twice by myself, and I do know what I'm doing. So it's time to pop this thing open and have a look, and I'm even going to run it without the chassis on it. First course of action here is going to be to open up this back panel right here so we can get access at the tubes and see if any of them are blown. Let's go look over here. The screws you want to remove are right off the side. There's one right here, and one down here. You just undo those with a standard Phillips head screwdriver that I have back here. So I'll go set this up on here and start removing. There we go. Place that over there. And there's my EL34 tubes. When you're removing tubes, you want something like this, you know, shirt or rag, something clean, free of oil. Mine's pretty well free of oil. Let's pull these bastards out. Just want to rock them back and forth gently and lift them out. Okay, right here are your 4 tube slots for the power tubes. These 4 right here are for your input tubes. You have a 12AX7C or 12AX7B, another 12AX7A or B, a 12AX7B, and a 12AX7A. And looking right over here, if I can get it, is your bias adjustment port, which is this little RCA jack right here, and that's your bias adjustment knob. How you take these tubes out is you push down, you twist, you remove the top, get our handy dandy rag here, and you'll lift them straight out by wiggling them carefully, and they should lift straight out of the amplifier. I smell that solder smell from rehearsal in here, like something burned up to a crisp. There is a burn mark on that freaking thing. Ooh, look at that mess. Holy crap. I think it's official. Bugera sucks. Look what just happened. Holy shit. Wire melted off on there. And as you can see, it's got all that plastic breaking and cracking off on there. That's not supposed to happen, folks. I got like a fire hazard in this damn thing. Looking up closer here, well, we've got a burned up section of the other part of the amp right there. It burned up my freaking plug-in. Mike is not happy. And after breaking off some of the plastic and filing the connector, I finally got this thing back up and running again. I've got the Mullard tubes in it now. You can barely see the filaments burning in 2 of them. Let's hear how it sounds. So apparently we're live and working, and that turns out that's what was the problem, was the tubes weren't getting power. So I'm going to put the old tubes back in and go to Walmart, get a multimeter because I can't find my other one, and rebias this thing. Now you can see I've done the rewire on it. Everything's soldered directly to the motherboard. We got sound. We have sound. Yep, we have sound. And we have our voltage here, and we have our bias voltage, which is at 42.2. So, back volts direct current go into my tubes. And you can see the filaments are all lit up in all my power tubes. 44.7. It's been kind of drifting up and down, off and on. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's check the bias voltage. We're now at 44.9. So we're going to turn it down just a hair. 44.6, 44.7. Like just a hair on the hot side. 44. There we go. 44.7. Just where it should be. And here's where that clip was for the power wires. Now they're all soldered straight into the board instead. I'm going to go stick some Gorilla Glue on these connectors here, or hot glue, or some whatever glue I have around, and button up this project. It should be ready to go back on stage again, and hopefully I won't burn up this wire anymore. Here's all that's left of that connector that was on the circuit board. Actually, if you look right here, you can see the burn mark. And after looking at it and looking at how it's constructed, I sort of got up on a new theory of something else. I think because Bugera uses clips to hook in their high voltage lines, what happens is the clip doesn't have a secure fastening to the connector right here. And what happens is that connector wiggles and wobbles while you're playing and shoots sparks. And over time, those sparks heat up and melt this connector right here. And what happens is the metal tab, due to the sparks and the force of the sparks hitting the metal tab, bends away from the connector, and after a short bit you don't have power to your tubes anymore. Just figured I'd share that bit.